All right.
So pretty much Genji one tricking for like most of your games, unless you're like like really hard counted out or banned out, I suppose. Are those like the main reasons that you flex? Do you try and make it work into pretty much everything all the time?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not really much of a flex player. I'm not great at Tracer, so I just play
Mhm.
Soldier if Genji's not working.
Yeah, okay. Because I think like the flex picks that you have, like Soldier, Reaper, stuff like that, they're not like out of this world. Trace is probably like the hardest one to pick up,
Mhm.
but it's always good to not be completely constrained to the one hero. But to be fair, like when I played, I was one trick. Like I very much I see the value in one tricking. It works
Yeah.
just fine, to be honest. Like it makes it easier to continually improve if you can focus on like one thing. But
Mhm.
it also helps if if you've got like the aim, you've got the mechanics, like to have like the holistic understanding. I think I
Mhm.
haven't really had a lot to say 45 seconds into the VOD because we're sort of just like this whole area of the map is just like free push. Like you can just clear
Right,
mid, but you
right.
can't push backline. Like the start here, there's not a lot to say, just because all you do is free push the cart. I think you're in a scene
Mhm.
like this, like you're playing Genji, like you always want to try and find like the people that you can match up with really well. You dealt with the Tracer because she like burned her skills behind and you get the kill, but like your next
Mhm.
target for you should very much be like, oh, there's a Hanzo like constantly playing main top. Like that should be your next objective. As soon as you've killed this Tracer, you've like created a little advantage for your team. You keep like walking up
Mhm.
through main and like poking away at the Ana like off in the distance. Like they have Ana Brig. This is a backline that it's not unkillable for you, but it's only good for you if you're on top of them already. They've got a Hanzo that's
Right.
playing forward, and like you match up really well into Hanzo. Like you can duel him super well close range. So your like main
Mhm.
priority from this point should be like, I'm gonna get on top of the Hanzo. Generally speaking, like any of the hit scans that aren't Freya, you match up into really, really well. Just because if you close the gap on them, you preserve your dash to get on top of them, then you can either like fully force them back or you can just chase and kill them. So once
Okay.
you've got that advantage, you should be looking like, how am I dealing with the best thing that I match up into? How can I zone this Hanzo away? Because it should be really hard for their Hanzo to play a close high ground into the Genji, even in a 5v5, even with their Tracer being alive. Because it should be possible
Mhm.
for you to climb up one of the walls and get really close really early on and start taking a little bit of a duel with him, start pushing him back. He should have to play over here, back here, like somewhere way more safe than where he currently is. But as it stands right now, like he kind of got the drop on you. Like you started poking through main on like backline targets, like you're only looking at the squishies, and
Mhm.
you do get like a shuriken kill across the map. But in terms of like what's your job on Genji, often like contesting that hit scan, that's something that you can do really easily. Fight's all working out just fine there. Clean up kills one by
Mhm.
one, so there's probably not going to be a whole lot to say here now. And yeah, next, like Tracer behind, you don't. Yeah, I mean, you don't really need to go and like chase her out. She's probably going to get away from you, so that's all good. And, you just
Mhm.
collected the freebie on first, so this is fine. We keep skipping through. Wait until we start to get some points of resistance. I think you don't need to push cart. Like you're a DPS. You have like supports that can pocket you long range. Like you have an Ana that can pocket you all the way like across the map. So I think for you, like all these people are standing on the cart just like AFK doing nothing. Like for you, you should always be trying to push and like get to the most effective space for you off that. So like as soon as you got the cap, you should be coming up here and trying to like hug these close walls, take high ground, contest top a little bit, poke through, come over to the side, and like get some left click poke from up here, get close to people so that you can like again climb up on the exterior wall and then be dropping down on their Hanzo's head. Just getting close to people off rip. Because if you're playing like
Mhm.
max range, like you're just playing into the ranges that they want, like this guy
Right,
wants
yeah.
this, Ana wants this. You always need to try and close the gap. Same as like, when the Hanzo was up here, it's like you need to be climbing up these walls, cutting his line of sight for as long as you possibly can, and then popping out with good timing. You're not going to get good timing if you play really far and then they see you cross over to them at this point. Like you lose an opportunity to
Mhm.
get some poke. So
Okay, yeah, because this fight I mainly just spent just left clicking people. I didn't really do much here.
yeah, well, it's
But more
fine to
just
like left click from mid range. Like if they're not going to contest cart and your team is still pushing it, that's all well and good. I think there's just a general theme that maybe I'm seeing here where it's like you can very much be pre-positioned for like the good Genji space on a lot of these points, and it's not like you're
Mhm.
not using it. Like you know where the good Genji space is, but if you're standing out in the open pushing cart when you've also got like an Ana that's standing on cart and a soldier that's standing on cart and a Sig that's standing on cart, it's like you can definitely be playing off to the side, playing forward.
Right,
Like
yeah.
Genji, like
Okay.
fundamentally is a flanker that like you don't want to be coming from the main side, right? You always want to be trying to like push in
Mhm.
from a side angle or push in from somewhere where you can get like max value out of wall climb and whatnot. So here, like if your team is all standing low ground on cart, pushing it through, like you came up here and you started trying to fight their backline. Like they have a really like a robust, strong backline. So you should just be looking to like over here on the side, poke, 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 drag some attention, get some healing, drop out, come back up, keep poking. You don't have like a dive tank. You don't have anyone that's going to follow up with you. So like you can clean up a kill. Like you see a nade come through, a helix come through, and someone gets low that you've already, poked, and you can see their health bar. Then you can, from the side, dash in, dash out. But just going like face to face with all these players, like you're going to get one bopped in the way that you did 9 times out of 10 because there's like no rhyme or reason to it. So just make sure that you can have a good angle to do damage and take all the free car push that you can get. It's kind of
Okay.
important to start engaging with that. Like as you start to get into these higher rank games, not only, the fact that you can kill everyone, your DPS, and you want to try and like chase for these frags all the time, but sometimes it's like your team is just winning off the fact that you have control of what's important. So here, like
Right.
backline's relatively safe. You have an angle over here to poke their backline and stop them from peaking a little bit, keep them busy, and you're pushing card for free. So just keep doing that sort of stuff instead of like overdoing it and getting, face to face with 3 people. Unfortunately, Cat Girl 4 Job has also killed 3 people, so it's not like the ideal situation, but we tried our best.
Right.
Yeah. Now here, like, just again, like taking top, taking a side angle, but like not doing anything too insane because you need to wait for like the whole team to walk. I think here, again, it's like, just be really cautious around like pushing through space like this. If like, your team isn't quite ready, everything's a little bit risky. Like your Ana is still making the rotation up top while you're making this walk. You're walking through here. It's not the end of days, but maybe you're a little bit early compared to everyone else. You're walking through this corridor, which doesn't really do anything for you because you can walk up, like if nobody's holding up here, you can walk out here to not get poked. You can get the close angle. Like you can poke from far, and then you can cut their angle for as long as you want, flank and get close when you actually want to fight, if that makes sense.
So this isn't like if I'm making space here, this isn't like necessary space that we as a team need.
I think like as a DPS, like as a solo DPS, you need resources in order to like force people back. You need people on the other side doing something in order for you to actually force them away. If you're alone, you can never force the enemy team to back up because if it's like you alone and 2 people just shoot you, you lose your turn and you have to run away. Like you have to use your deflect as you did and drop out of the window. Your tank was still
Right.
walking, your Ana was still rotating. Like you can do half of what you did there where you're standing up here in the window and you're poking them so they have to deal with you a little bit. Maybe they're backstepping a bit without going all in and like actually walking up and trying to take that space with your feet, like your space taking is getting like 45 degrees off to the side of the tank, getting off to the side away from where the tank is so that then you can start pressuring other areas of the map. But where you're walking right now, this is where your tank and your Ana are trying to walk. And that's not really like your desired space. You should take advantage of the fact that you can pop in, climb up this wall, get some poke in, drop down again, come up here, be closer to them, like fully taking advantage of your hero's kit rather than just going for like the long stroll along the low ground. And then here, like you're dead mostly because you don't have the deflect more than anything else, to be honest, just because like that got burned on like a greedy push down bottom, like losing the duel versus the doom or whatever when you're already half HP. I mean that's pretty much a given, but like why did you lose all the cooldowns in your health initially? And it's just because like you've gone with pretty poor timing. Now like you're back up here up top and like you should just try and again like get to the close side, make sure that you're not like stuck out in the main side too much. So like you're walking up and you can like come over to the right, come over and try and cut their backline angles so that then you make a double angle with your team. So like you were up here from the start. If you keep swinging wide to the right, you get to create the double angle that's like really desirable on Genji. You want to start at this like 45-degree angle to the side and you want to keep swinging wider and wider because like if you're behind over here, you become something that must be cleared. You're close to all these close corners so you can push in onto the backline if you want. You can climb up the wall and drop in on their heads, or you can walk over here, come up top and contest anywhere through the side. And if they don't deal with you, if they don't walk out, like it's just the tank out, you can just poke from here, like you can completely cut their line of sight and you can poke everyone in the back. If they don't shoot you, like your left click damage does it all. If they do come to try and contest you, you have deflect to keep dancing around while your team shoots whoever's contesting you in the back. And you have dash to get out as well. So it's really important that you're like walking to this side space when you have the opportunity, because once you have these side angles, it all just falls into place in that the enemy team needs to swing into you. So you can take this angle here on the right. If nobody's walking out for you to actually deal damage, you keep walking, you keep taking space. You can creep in through here, poke through the side, poke through the side. There's, there's space for you to escape. There's a mini for you to stay alive, and you still have full cooldowns as you do it. Because what you've done is you've just stayed in main. Like if we go back to what you did when you had this space, it's like you come up here, you've got right top, there's no one out. You just stay main, you're right in the middle of everything, Here, maybe there was an opportunity for you to lean around to the left to try and create the same effect again, where it's like I'd say that the left side is worse than the right because like you can't flank through here meaningfully in the same way that you can
Yeah,
flank through
yeah.
here. Like the flank on this
Hmm.
side is better, the space for you is better to hop up and down, but you can still do the same thing on the left in that, you know, you're over to the side, you shoot someone in the back, you know, you have some shitty little mini that you can use, some shitty cover that you can kind of climb over,
Hmm.
and you can get closer to the back line. But from the main side, you're never getting close to the back line. You're never getting close to anything that you want to fight. Like, where's Hanzo right now? Like, he's here. There's like a bug on this fucking patch where like half of the players on the replay don't have wireframes through the walls, and it's fucking frying my brain, like pissing me off. I keep trying to talk about where people are, and I can't see them. Like, anyway, moving on. Like, next patch, they'll hotfix and wipe all the codes, and that'll be the day.
Yep, yeah.
All right,
That's why I had
beautiful.
to actually reschedule this one. All my codes got wiped. I had better VODs for last patch, but they were just
Yeah.
gone randomly.
I mean, like I swear, I just like have this high frequency of people that seem to book on like every patch day that hasn't been announced. Like I had like 3 reschedules on the patch day, and it's like, geez, like everyone wants to like get a nicer code, and it all never works out. But you see how this fight has played out. It's like it doesn't feel
Mhm.
like you've done anything wrong in the sense that like you haven't fucking fed your brains out or anything. You haven't like mismanaged your cooldowns.
Exactly, yeah.
You just haven't done anything is the problem, you know?
Hmm.
Like the enemy team got to walk up all the way through here. Like you had the opportunity to take this side, to take this side. Why does their Hanzo get to throw a dragon
Hmm.
out from main? Why does their Ana get to walk forward aggressively and nade with no risk? Why is the Brig here? Like you could have made all of this more difficult for the enemy team, but because you're not taking the side, doing your job of getting close, dealing that damage, dancing around with your deflect and dashing back or dashing through here, wherever you need to dash in the moment, because you've not done any of that, because you haven't taken the open space when it's there, now you're just back at main on the same angle as your soldier. And like if Genji's playing the same angle as soldier, play hit scan, you know? Like it doesn't
Right,
make
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
So now you're already down 2, and you know, trying to get onto like the Ana, the Hanzo, whatnot. Like I think it's just all a little bit too hard once you've already conceded that space. You need to
Hmm.
take it early on. Like pre-positioning is really important. If you want to stage and flank through the left and flank through the right, you need the time or the space to do that, and that's what happened pre-fight, not during. And next fight,
All right,
blade,
yeah,
yeah, we got like a blade fight coming up, so you like just get like a nice easy cross to the main, see them up top a little bit. No nano blades, no dark blade, but here like you just saw I don't know if it's a good timing to do it because your Mercy's in Mozambique right now, but like you just saw a
yeah.
Brig like bashing your face up through main. Like these are good conditions for you to ult, I'd say. Like overall,
Hmm.
like if you were to dry blade right now, there's no guarantee you're winning it. Like Anna died like so soon that you would have just been, you know, her cape is still in the process of fucking
Yeah.
bending space time. But like when you see something like a Brig Bash or a Hanzo double jump, but I think Brig Bash is probably one of your clearest indicators that you want to just rip it. It's
Hmm.
it's a really good timing for it. The
Okay.
longer you wait for stuff like this, like the longer you wait for the shifts to come out, the less likely it is that it's going to be a kill. Here you like dash on and you're like, you've really got eyes on these people, but
Yeah.
ultimately, it's hard to like get like they still have cooldowns, I'd assume, right? Does Ana still have nade? Like, yeah, like Ana still has nade. This guy still has his jump. Like these people's actually like even though they're a little bit worse for wear on health, they still have a lot that they can you know use to counteract your
Yeah,
ult, and
they
you're
can
getting right up
destroy
in
me,
yeah,
yeah.
you're getting right up in their face. I mean, to be fair, Brig can destroy you too, right? Like she can rally, but if she uses
Hmm.
bash, you use blade, and she rallies, like you can just dash away and take the trade on that one. Like you don't have to kill everyone, or then you can try and go blade these people. But your like level of commitment here is like you're going right into the face of these people. You're trying to like tech out a little bit, like you get to their face, trying to like walk line cancel and stuff like that. But if you're gonna go for this backline, this is like a nano blade style, is what you did here. Like you're trying to go all in on the
Right.
backline. But if you want to go in on someone around a corner, like you should go for someone that you've seen use their skills already, and you saw the Brig bash. Like she was on your screen, she used the bash. That's your
Hmm.
target. Like
Okay.
primary. Really important to like keep an eye on the skill exchange. Oh, that's tough. Really important to keep an eye on the skill exchange just to make sure that like you're actually targeting people that are viable for you. Like especially like with
Hmm.
the ult above all else, like that's where the skill exchange becomes like really really important for you. Deflect obviously that there's a tie-in, but like forcing something out before you rip the blade, unless it's like a preview nano blade, is really important. Here, like just easy step up, to be honest. I feel like, you know, like every kill here has been like slam dunked for you. Like it's just it's handed to you. Like, you
Yeah,
walk out on
yeah.
the side, he fluxes, and you just get this top side. But where you wind up, like coming in through the right hand side, this is just the good space for you. You know, like coming over here to the right, you get this little corner, and then you start flanking on through. So I mean, the point's probably just gonna end here. I'd assume. Probably. Or maybe they're gonna fucking violently clutch up. Who knows? This is good, like pushing through to duel the Tracer, trying to one ball there from top. All pretty reasonable. Coming into the car, yeah, there's nothing to say there.
Yeah, I find I do need to really work on, I think, my cooldown management and like or cooldown tracking for their team because like as you mentioned, like the blade where I just kind of dash straight into their backline.
I
I
think,
honestly didn't even remember about Bash to be
yeah,
honest.
I mean, I think to be honest, it's like you just need to have like the conditions in your head of like, it's not so much that you need to know every skill that everyone has, right? You just need to
Mhm.
think like, it's okay to solo blade someone and to get a one man blade. Like if it's a dry blade, particularly, right? And like you just need to know like what cooldown does the enemy have that can fuck me. And like in the case of
Mhm.
Moira, in the case of Brig, like it's just their shift key, you know? Like most every character, Ana's like a slim exception. Most every character has a shift key that you need to play around, you know? Bap's got his
Mhm.
lamp, Moira has shift, Ana's like Ana with nade and sleep is a little different. Like that's just all deflect based, but everyone has something that you need to think about. And you don't need to have like a picture of every cooldown from every player on their team, but you need to think if I'm going to blade person X, I need to know the state of their cooldowns because that actually like directly affects you. And dry blading is fucking hard into people that have skills.
Mhm.
Like if you're blading without a nano, without a hard pocket, like Mercy Pocket is wank nowadays anyway. So I think like really, if it's not like a nano blade, you need to have it some indication, or you are just going to get counted out. Like you are just going to get faded away from, and then you're just taking so much damage because everyone's staring at you while you're blading. You don't
All
have
right,
to be
yeah.
like a 5D chess, like super aware of everything that's happening, but
Mhm.
you do need to have a clue. You need to think like, I see a skill that makes me want to use my ult. Like so with that bash on screen, it's like you don't need to be thinking before the fight. Uh, I really want to blade the brig. I really want to bait the bash out of the brig. You just need to think
Mhm.
like any of these targets that I can blade, because you know when I look at the enemy team's comp on second point, it was Hanzo, it was Ana, it was Hanzo, it was Ana, it was Brig. It's like if those are the three heroes on the enemy team, like you don't want to blade a Tracer, you don't want to blade a Doomfist. Like they're too
Not
fast,
at
they're
all,
too
yeah.
hard to hit, right? So like you only
Mhm.
have three people where it's like if you have eyes on them and you see the skill, it's like okay, time to go, done.
Mhm.
It can be that simple. Just having the mental note that like if I see your shift, I'm going to use mine and I'm going to use my ult in turn. Um, I went off on a little tangent there. I've missed the fight.
It's all good.
Yeah, I think here you're playing a little bit far behind. Like again, like you seem to like the cart and like the long range poking stuff, but it's like
Mhm.
just take a side. Like just take a side, whether it's left or right. You know, over here you can try and bully out their tracer a little bit, try and fight their doom. This is scary for you, I'd say. Like coming in here just because like Tracer can duel well here, like she can take the pack and you cannot deny that from her.
Mhm.
The cover is like not great for you. You can't really like climb up anywhere. So I'd say that maybe taking the opposite side is like quite appealing for you because here you can get closer to their backline, you can get closer to their Hanzo, you can use these walls to do like some death from above bullshit again. And if they
Mhm.
are just stuck in this choke, and they don't want to swing out because you're hugging the wall, that's a good thing for your team. You know, you're over here, you can poke in through the backline, you can get heals from your team in main. But if you're just here in main, nothing stops all of these players from just swinging wildly. Like they can take as much of an aggressive angle as they want, right? So
That's
I think
true, yeah.
you just really need to think like, oh shit, am I AFKing in main right now, or is there a side that I could be taking? Because really, like your presence will pressure these three. Like they will not want to swing into you, or they will have to swing into you, which means that your team can do something else. But right now, it's all too easy to be I miss her, you know, outside of what's going on
Mhm.
emotionally with this guy. Like, if he's looking at the
Yeah.
cart, like, he feels no stress when he looks at Merciana Genji all standing on the payload. Um,
Mhm.
so, like, now you start drifting over to that right hand side. Like, you don't even get there. You have to dash back. So, really,
Yeah,
like,
it's too little, too late.
the devil is just like in your pre-positioning more than anything else, to be honest. It's like once the fight starts, I feel like you try and go to where you need to be, but you
Mhm.
could be there right from the start in a lot of these scenes thus far. Here, like that's tough. We'll skip over that one Because yeah, here it's like
Yeah.
being close to the wall is fine, and like wanting to contest the window is really fine. But yeah, I mean, don't fall under the pulse next time, I suppose.
Hmm.
Here, again, just like crossing out, it's fine to like go up main and poke, but always try and like hug aside to reduce their hit scan or like reduce their main DPS's angle on you. I think this is just like, it's a fundamental habit that like obviously it hasn't punished you or affected you here, but like if you're walking up through main and you're peeking the hit scan eye to eye the whole time you're walking up, you might get a couple of shurikens on him across the map, but more realistically, like he's going to hit an arrow on you that's going to do 4 times as much damage. So you should try and like
Right. Yeah.
you should try and cut the angle of these players until you're closer, until you can be a bit more menacing.
Okay.
It's fine to long range poke, just for long range poke's sake, if you've got nothing else going on. But you should always try and make the habit of trying to like DP and limit the angles of the hit scan when you can. And I'm talking about Hanzo like he's a hit scan, but I just mean any of the main DPS stuff, anything that you can like match up well into, and matches up well into you when you're playing far away. Here, I think like for the entirety of the fight, maybe you've been like a little bit caught up on the tracer. Like there's been opportunities like when the flux hits for you to like go all in and like get really deep, but at the same time, like all of the kills have been cleaned up. And there's really like nobody in your team that is currently going to be dealing with that tracer behind. So it's okay to stay main, but always if you can go forward and take the side angle, Genji isn't a hero that thrive. You don't thrive in your own backline. You thrive in their backline. You thrive on their side. So if you have the opportunity to keep on walking and step up and get past that tracer and let someone else deal with it, like you have Mercy on a soldier, so like Soldier can heal pad and Mercy and Ana can pocket one another. Like those three can really be the backline core group, and you can be a lot more forward, like dancing up forward as much as you want. Now you nearly have like a nano. Scenes like this can be a little bit hard because it's like, do you talk in game?
It's
Or
just a
no?
box. Yeah. In game, yes, I do. But I think this match, it was just me and the Sigma in VC.
Yeah, because it's like I think it's really fine to like ask for a nano here. To be honest, like if you want a nano, um, getting it early is no problem. Like you don't necessarily have to play really slow for the nano blade, because it's like you keep playing slow for the nano blade. Maybe there's a little bit of risk here. Now when you get the nano, it's kind of shit because you're backing out. But if you like have like a nice early advantage on space, it can be good to just get the nano early, like when you have full condition and when you have all the space, go in and like take a turn. Like when you're like, if you're like here and you have all the space on the map and you have a sleep in their spawn and you come forward a little more, like if you're here and you get a nano, you're just face to face with the Hanzo that you can like one tap whether or not you have the blade. So like it's really fine to like ask for a nano when you're 10% off. And trust that you're not going to whiff 5 volleys of right clicks in a row. Like you can
Right.
really,
Yeah.
you can really be good for that. So scenes like this, like here again, like you're anchored to the payload when you could be up here. Like just think of the difference in terms of pressure, like that you can apply to the Hanzo and the Ana. Like if you're back here, they see you, they nade you, they can poke you on the way in. You're here, what do they see? Like they literally can't see you until you're on top of them. Like you need to get close and you need to do some death from above shit. You need to be coming from a wall climber
Okay. Yeah.
and dropping on their head. You need to be getting close to them, cutting their line of sight, so then you can just get right on top. So this is like a twofold fight in terms of feedback, I suppose. Like you just want to be
Okay.
closer right from the start because it's like not your job to push here, right? Sigma can stand on the fucking cart and do what he's doing right now, regardless. And then you, from close, you can get the nano early and you can just drop right on these people and fight them, or you can just wait until some cooldowns get traded out until these people start swinging, and nano or no nano, you can go. But yeah, instead it's like a little awkward, like you go for the nano blade, it's a swing and a miss. You get your kills eventually, but it's no longer as clean as perhaps it otherwise could have been. Oh, doing this fucking body blocks your clutch up moments.
Yeah.
Shameful.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean these things can happen, but yeah, it definitely would have been better off if like you were in a position early on to just contest those backliners, because you could have done so much more. Like you could have killed Ana and Hanzo both, like just when the anti hit, if you're actually like where your character thrives right from the start. Here, I think early scenes like this, it's really okay to like dash a tracer sometimes. Like you don't always need to kill a tracer, but it's like there's a lot of time pressure right now. Like your team has to touch the point soon. Their tracer's dicking around, peeking you while their whole team's like back here in main, right? If
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
tracer's over
There's no
here,
support for the
like
tracer.
you can dash her out, like you don't have to kill her. But if you commit dash onto her and like you're still completely safe, right? Like you dash here, no one's killing you. It's really fine to dash a tracer out make her fuck off back to her team so she can't pressure your backline anymore, and your team starts kind of creeping forward inch by inch. But here, you know, you take it a little slow. Still have the dash though, so it's not the end of days. This dash though, like you're going in the brazen bull sort of situation. Like you can't just be like
Mhm.
dashing with no purpose right now, because now you can't escape shit and you can't kill shit either. Like you just deflected and then dashed after
Right.
for a
I'm
laugh, right?
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you can't tell me that you thought Sigma wasn't going to touch here. So like really, like just a very
Mhm.
unnecessary one, but maybe clutchable. No, maybe not. I'd say
No, unfortunately
this is
not.
mechanical more than anything else, to be honest. Where it's like, you know, you're like up on the cart, dashing onto the cart in the first place, kind of crap. There's no Hanzo anymore, but there was a cast that, you know, like you could just walk up on a little bit, like get close to, and then take the duel, and then afterwards, I mean, it's just a mechanical thing. Like you're scrapping it out on the cart, you're at a deficit, so it can happen. But yeah, the main things are like if you see a tracer, like just kind of side angling your team early on and you can dash her real safe, do it. Because a dash onto her and a one right click that does or doesn't one shot her will force her back, will force her recall, will give you some sort of a meaningful
Absolutely. Yeah.
advantage. And you can afford to wait for your dash if you're safe inside your team. You're not going to be the one
Okay.
to touch, unless it's like fucking OT 0.01 seconds and you need to be the one to touch, which wasn't really the situation there.
Mhm.
And maybe, you know, that warrants some alternate consideration, but that's not where we're at right now. Here, space you're in right now is good. Like this high ground overall is probably just gonna be like the place that you're anchored from for the most part. You see the Widow off on the left though. Just like anytime you want to like take the duels versus the Widows and stuff like that, try and come up from the top. You know, like if you know the Widow's over there, like try and, you know, climb up from above early on, so then you can come up from the top, get some left clicks above her, like dash on and one bop her, stuff like that. Um,
Mhm.
as she starts to step back, maybe you can afford to just like, you know, respect that and go over to the other side and come play back up here again. But like if there's a Widow peeking here and you're playing up here, I'm pretty sure you can like double jump up to here, climb up, and then kind of like surf on her head almost.
Oh
Like if
yeah.
you're
Yeah.
like if you use Genji's mobility to his fullest there, like you can get right on top of the Widow without using anything like, other than your wall climb and a space bar. You know, like you can do it relatively
Mhm.
silently too. Like the double jump sound comes in over here, and then you're just sliding, like no footsteps, no nothing as you land on her head. But the way you're currently approaching it, it's not very like you're not flowing like water when you're just peeking the corner like you're a fucking tracer. Like you can't climb on walls. And you're giving up
Mhm.
way too much space right now. Like you're coming all the way back, like you're getting bullied so far back, but like this was yours. You know, like you got shot a little bit here, but like if you're up here and you're taking a bit of strife, come here. You know, come inside the room if there's no one in here. Come here if there's someone inside the room. Like try and maintain this space, because this space is really valuable for you. It's like a nice central position where you can drop on people here, you can dash on people here, you can drop or dash on people here. Like you just have access to the whole map from this central position. And if you get bullied off
Mhm.
here, just literally stand around the corner, you know? Like Mercy
Okay.
can see you.
Yeah.
I don't know where your Ana's at, but yeah, Ana in theory can see you if they're peeking. So
Mhm.
make sure you're not giving up valuable space for free, because now like you're far away from the Widow. If the Widow starts peeking, like difficult for you to contest that. Here you go for the one bot on Tracer, but like this is where this differs so wildly from what you were doing on third point, where it's like on third point, the reason that it's okay for you to dash on a Tracer is because the Tracer's inside your team, where you're dashing is in cover. It's free, right? Like she's on your side and
Oh
there's no
right.
punishment.
Yeah.
But here it's like you actually have a job, right? Like you want to be bullying this Widow out. Like that is your job above anyone else in this comp. Like if you look
Okay.
at what your team has, like you have no Tracer, you have no Doomfist, you have no dive heroes at all. You're the only person that has any sort of mobility. And Widow versus Genji, like Genji matches up fantastically well into that. So here, like you're
Mhm.
dashing on the Tracer, which is something that, you know, maybe your Mercy Ana soldier can be entrusted to deal with between the three of them, if we trust the brains trust here. Not to say that you should never block a Tracer, but you know, you knew the Widow was over here on the left. That's sort of like your implicit job in the comp. Because you're dashing on this Tracer here looking for a kill, you're just sort of you're neglecting your own job. You're paying the price for it.
Mhm. Okay.
It's this varies depending on like, you know, what comp you have, I suppose. But yeah, like if you have like a bunch of dive heroes, you know, like you got a Sombra, you got a Tracer, or you know, you got a Doomfist. There's more people. Even you got a Lucio. There's more people that can contest that Widow. But I look at your comp right now, and it's like, well, especially before you had an Orisa, and it's like, shit, it really is you or nobody. Yeah, really fine to just like maintain. Like they just use Widow walls right now. You shouldn't be wanting to push really. And this might work out because I've just come to the realization as I go into free cam that Ana's got no health for some reason. But you should be really comfortable to just like go slow and maintain when they use Widow walls, because it's like you can hold this position quite easily. It's hard for Widow to like swing here and actually like get away with it, because it's really easy to get shot out too. And you can come close to that as well. But yeah, like pushing onto their backline is always a little scary here. Again, you're trying to like peel off the Tracer a lot though, and there's just too many people in your comp that can peel the backline. Like that can't be your job, because there's already 3 people that can't do anything but deal with backline right now. Like Ana, she can shoot forward to heal main, but Ana's a backliner. Mercy is, you know, implicitly stuck to ramming her beam up fucking Soldier's ass for the entire game. If you've got 3 people that are like hardcore backliners, you can't also be a backliner. You know, you need to be maintaining in the middle, making sure that this person isn't completely free. This person isn't completely free. This person isn't completely free. So when you were up here and you're poking away at the Ana and their Widows on the right, you've got the right idea. But you stopped and you started backing up and you start turning around, trying to dash on the Tracer again. And suddenly, like, if you're back here, you are not killing that Tracer. You are not killing that Doomfist. This person is killing your whole team. This person has no care in the world, you know? Like, you need to maintain these, like, central forward positions, because otherwise they're just going to walk right over you. The enemy backline is going to have too much space, and your front line, like, you know, Fugly, Truckly, is not getting any help.
Okay.
I love reading people's names, and that's one of my favorite things about these sessions. Like, just
Absolutely, yeah.
every time. I don't feel that same level of joy when I'm playing the game, but when I watch back somebody's VOD, I get pleasure from this. All right. Now backing up, not dying is all well and good, and you just want to get close towards the Widow again, towards that side. You can find a Tracer on the side angle and contest that a little bit, but your priority is definitely like work your way up through the side. This is good, honestly. Like you don't have to all in on the Widow every time, but like conceptually, what you did here, this is what you could have done 15 different times. Like leading up to this moment, you see, like when you work your way up a side, nobody can shoot you anymore because you've taken the side angle and you're relatively in cover and safe. And you shoot their tank in the back. You shoot someone in the back as they walk up. You know what? You were one headshot, one melee finisher away from killing Catgirl Poor Job here. You know, like you were this close. But conceptually, what you just did here, that's Genji right there.
Okay, yeah.
Where you work your way up through the side and you do it here. They use nano. I see you stepping back. What are we running away from? Nobody's fighting you up here. That your supports have a heal angle for you up here. Like they can see you. Mercy can pocket you. You want to stage from here. This high ground, this corner right here, is the equivalent of that same thing up here on first point. This and this, they are very much the same for Genji in that these are like your keys to the kingdom. This gives you access to the whole map in terms of where the fights are going to take place. Cart always pushes here. Teams always fight on this corner. Same with that first point corner. Giving up this high ground, you should only be doing that if they pushed you out from top. If they came here and they actually bullied you out, you know, their backline walked top, Ana Moira came top and naded your feet, or Tracer came up here as well and shot you out, then you should be giving it up. But if you're backstepping here, I mean, you and Winston could have gone backline together. If you're up here and Winston's up here, they go nano and push forward. You drop onto Widow and Ana with your Winston, they are all dead, 100 million%. So don't backstep early. You do, you know, you make it work in the end, but you already stepped back and your Winston missed a timing off the back of it. You know, like as soon as they went, you could have gone too. There's just a second and a half of losing some health and dicking around up top in the interim. Looks like the Nano Visor has come up trumps for this fight though, so we'll have to wait for the next. Actually, maybe before I move on, we can talk about what you did, like in the duel here. Very briefly. It's like here, you're on backline. I think the only reason this went wrong is just because you had to dash, right? Yeah,
I thought I didn't kill her.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was thinking, like, is there anything I missed there? But no, it can happen, you know? You use dash, try and one shot, but these things happen. Like, concept-wise, what you did on that backline, like, that was perfect, and that's, like, what you should have been doing there, Widow, every time on first, you know? Like, what you're missing is the fact that, like, when you have a high ground, you drop onto them and make that happen. But what you don't do is when you have low ground, you don't climb a wall and then float onto their head to create that regardless, you know? Like, you don't need to be on high ground to do what you just did. Like, if they were here and you were here and somehow you had an invisibility cloak on, you could still have that same angle that you created by climbing up the wall and then dropping from above regardless. And that's just always a
Okay,
better
yeah.
way for Genji to fight. Death from above is very valuable on this hero. Um, People don't look up.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like really super important, super valuable skill to have on the hero. Here, not too bad. Getting slept up and taken down is a little bit difficult. I think the thing that you need to be like considerate of here is they need to push into you, not the other way around. This corner right here, they need to get around that corner. If their Ana's up here, if their Widow's up here, they can't see anything for where they need to go, right? They need to get around this corner. So like these positions for their backline, even if this is one dash range from you, if you dash here, you're suddenly out of line of sight of your whole team. So you can really afford on these corners to think like, where does the enemy team need to fight? Where does the enemy backline need to go? So you push around this corner and it's like, shit, you're creating a 5v2. All 5 of these people can turn around and they can shoot you in the Winston. Meanwhile, if you just wait a little longer, maintain a bit more, it's impossible for Doomfist up here to force you and Winston off the high ground because 5 teammates from your side can see your backside right now. They have to swing into you. They don't have heal line of sight. You do. But if you push around the corner, that equation completely flips. Because you're the defenders, they're the attackers. That's why this defensive position is so strong. You know, you can afford to pull them in. Their Widow can't see shit right now. Their Ana can't see anything. So you go in, you push, go for more. Winston's going because he's about to have primal rage, but unfortunately he doesn't realize that he's jumping into 5 players, getting fucked in the backside by a tracer. Like there's a lot going wrong for this guy, but yeah, like it's fine for you to dash in and try and connect with your Winston. I'll give you that, you know. But I think in terms of general concept, I just want to talk about like when it's good to pull them in, when it's good to go. Here, maybe it wasn't your judgment as to why you went. And this is pretty close to going okay, right? Like you're one right click away from killing the Ana, and you're slept, so she hit the skill shot. This guy is comically close to a primal rage when he's jumping out. But yeah, like still, concept-wise, just think like you had position and you gave it up to push around the corner. You gave it up to fight 2v5 when it could have been the inverse.
Okay, yeah. I see.
Now we're up here, up top. This is good. I like this. This feels like a first. It feels like you're having second thoughts about it as you do it, to be honest. Maybe it's because of the Moira on card or something. But yeah, like the fact that you didn't just stand here and shoot the Doom forever is nice. You know, like you kept walking, kept trying to like actually get the trades that you need. So you try to go backline here, you find the Ana. Execution could do with some work, but there's not a lot to be said about that. I think what you've tried to do here is really it's the right idea. You saw your Winston was doing something in the back. And you tried to get amongst it. Here you're trying to try to avoid getting yourself traded out as well. I'd say really good overall. Like even if the mechanical side of this fight wasn't much to write home about, the start was fine. And then here you're up top, you get some back shots on the Doom, like really nice, you know? Like you just stayed in a good position where you could block backline. If they walk out onto you can drop on them. If not, you can shoot the tank in the back, and it's all good. This is a position now where it's like you could dash on the tracer. Like these people, they
because no one's looking at
it's like you're really far away from their backline. Right? Like you dash on tracer here, nice cover, nice ability to get back to your team. Like you can just force her out, you know? Like you have a dash, you don't want to go, if you go their backline, they're too far away, your team can't see. So start clearing the map, you know? That's the condition. Like if you're free to do it, good. Now you dash onto her, she has no recoil, you might even get the kill for it. Their tracer's fucking Harry Houdini, so yeah, it can happen. But yeah. Up until this point, all pretty sound. You're like 90% on a nano boost at this point, so nano blade wouldn't go astray. Fugly Truckly's just a fucking asshole, apparently, like just going in for another round of getting shit on around that corner. Apparently, you know, he needs to learn that lesson twice. But now you have a nano blade, so it's like just let them go. Pull them in a little bit, pull them in a little bit. Because it's a nano blade, you don't need to see the skill exchange as much anymore. It matters for some heroes, like you can't nano blade a Moira. Because she can just disappear from your fucking screen. But if you see a Cass, if you see an Ana, you see any of the slow characters, just go straight away. So pull them in until you see one, and then go. Don't back up for the Doom. Like backing up means that you lose your staging. And this blade, if this works, if this doesn't work, I mean, you had zero vision of anything. Like vision is so important. It's really important when you're going for a nano blade, when you're going for a blade in general, that you have as much information as you can get. The reason for a nano blade and a dash into the sky is for you to get vision. as well as getting close to people, it's also to get vision on people, right? You had no
Mhm.
vision because you saw the Doom go and you started looking at him. If the Doom's going, the implication is that these people are walking too. But you still need to see where they are in order to actually have the best chance of getting the nano blade off. So here you dash top, you get it, and maybe it's working out, but I definitely think like from a habit forming standpoint, it's really
Right, yeah.
important that you don't turn around, look at their tank, watch him go, and then think, oh shit, they're probably coming. I'm gonna dash up. Imagine you dash up and the cast doesn't peek, you don't see him. Anna's one step around the corner, you don't see her. It's like, fuck, what am I doing? What am I doing?
Mhm.
You
And then I
dash on
just
a
sit
Moira.
around and
Yeah, or you dash the Moira, she fades away. Like here, you get a nice fucking montage highlight reel blade, but you can definitely have way better habits here. You know? We're fucking playing to play the game right now, though. I think. Alright, this is all good. Get through to poke on their walk as well. This is a long walk. This is a long walk out in the open. So like you can just stand up here, do some poking. You know, like there's no reason
okay,
to
yeah.
not get a bit of damage in on their cross. Like you're stuck here, and this is definitely like your this is your god spot when the fights are really happening. But up until that point, like go do some damage on the walk. And a whole enemy backline just gets to cross the map for free right now. Peeling back onto the Doom here. Like, I don't know. It almost felt reasonable just because, like, their backline was so fucking far away. But Genji's just not a peel character, you know? Like, Genji's just not a
Mhm.
character that wants to be dropping on the backline. Like, this comp, the enemy team, Cat and Ana, these are two heroes you want nothing more than to play on top of and to shit on. Like, you do so well versus these characters. You have the position for it. And, like, look at how fucking free their backline is just because you have come back to try and fight a Doom that hasn't even died. You've tried to chase a Doom that has ult, and you've given up the entire map for it. Like it's just poor Orisa versus the world right now because you peeled back.
Yeah.
So really think like again, what's my job? Contesting the hit scan, contesting the Ana, a million times more value than contesting the Tracer. In terms of the matchup, like if you find a Tracer on the flank, fight her. But don't dash back to your backline to deal with her because there's
Mhm.
almost no situation where that's your job to be in your own backline. You want to be in their backline, not yours.
Okay.
Down we go. You can see like how heavily it costs your team though. Like when you start to play back, when you start to peel for the Doom, just because like the enemy and the
Mhm.
enemy cast, they all just get to walk
We just
really
gave them
free.
so much
Yeah,
space.
they have no pressure, and you are a big part of that pressure. Even if you're not doing big
Mhm.
damage, just your presence on a wall means that they need to go stand somewhere different. Here, this part of the map is actually like really awkward for you, to be honest. Like this whole stretch out here, if you don't get the space early, like if you don't win a fight and get to push forward and hold the arch, retaking out through here can be really awkward. Like you need a tank in front of you in order to make any of these crosses. So if your tank is just playing back, you're kind of forced to do the same. You can try and like come to the wide side, like, you know, maybe walk out the wide right and come through here and try and work your way over to the side. It's a long angle, but you just can't come through the main side is the problem. If you come through main, things aren't going to work out
Mhm.
for you. So try and like, creep out through the wide side, see if you can, tease your team into actually walking out and taking a fight outdoors. Otherwise, these doors, like this double door setup here, this is one of like the hardest places in the map to push through. Like the choke is really tight and it's really good for you too. Because any central position, like you play this pillar, you play this pillar, you play either side, they have to swing into the room into you, and it's just like unlimited opportunities for you to do that death from above bullshit. Like
Mhm.
you can poke them on all of their walks, you can duck through here if you want to go for a little flank, but you don't have to do anything. They have to push into you, and that means they have to walk through all of these chokes where you just drop in them on their head and do heaps of damage right away. So play for the strongest position. If you're not, if you're not going to play for the strongest position, then you need to like try and work through the side rather than just walking up right through main. Because there you walked up through main, and I mean, yeah, I think the map has just ended off the back of it. To be
Yeah,
honest,
it's
yeah, I mean,
GG.
yeah, it's
So
like
okay, so mentally, if like my tank right now, like Arisa's main, she's fighting through the doors. Should I just mentally be like, okay, I need to be like perpendicular to wherever Arisa is right now, or is
I
that like
think
not a
I
good
think
way to think
that's
about
no,
it?
I think that's a good way to think about it. Generally speaking, like you want to put yourself perpendicular to the tank as much as you can.
Mhm.
Genji's like effective space, it's 90 to 180 degrees from the tank. So like you want to be here through to here, right? Like
Mhm.
40, like 0 to 45 degrees, that's like hit scan space, like your hit scan, your Ana, they want to occupy this area right here. Your tank is the center. You, like as a Genji, as a flanker, you want to be to the side or actually working behind their team. Here, behind their team is fucking dog shit for you. I'm just talking about like general theories of like how you want to play, not this space specifically. Because like over here,
Mhm.
as Genji, when your team is holding the double doors, that's fucking stupid. Like you don't need to go onto their side of the map in this situation.
Mhm.
But just generally speaking, as a flanker, like flankers like, you know, perpendicular all the way through to actually getting behind them, making them turn around and having that little dance with your deflect and your dash back through to the team. If you're standing on the main side constantly, that's not ideal. Even if you're just a little bit off to the side of the tank perpendicular, that still works because this space is good and you like they have to push into you. Sometimes, you know, you're afforded these god spots. Like if your tank is here, you can still be here because this is the best space on the map for you. Like this
Mhm.
pillar right here gives you access to absolutely everywhere. So like you don't want to go stand down here. Like it's really easy to poke you out down here. So even though this is like 90 degrees off to the right, sometimes your individual value in a position trumps the concept that's being described here. Same over here, like you're really close to the tank by standing here. But if you stand in here, you can't see anything, right? There's nothing to do here. You peek into their backline, like you get poked once, you have to backstep. So like it's really okay to be a little bit off to the side, but in terms of like a big, you know, broad sweeping generalization that, you know, obviously has some holes in the rule, like your character doesn't want to be main side and you want to be really constantly trying to work your way up a side that
Okay.
isn't main. Left or right side,
Mhm.
try and pick a lane and fight for it. And one of the lanes will typically be better for you than the other. For example, like if we look over to the first point, you know, like if you have a choice between, you know, like playing over towards like this left hand angle, which is kind of crappy and like a long angle, versus playing over here towards the right, it's like, oh shit, you just have access to everything on the right, you know? So like lean over to this
Mhm.
like little right side here, and then you can just dance around the whole map, you know? You can be fluid and dynamic in terms of where you're actually posting up, but often there's going to be space on a map where it's like, oh shit, Genji can just go everywhere here, you know? Like Genji can
Mhm.
really contest the whole map from
Yeah.
this one power position. And then you can flip flop around as you need. You just don't want to be standing here in main throwing shurikens up mid.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
All right. Next map is Havana, which I mean, that's a
Actually, I was
gorgeous.
thinking about that. Could we do a different? I have the link for it or the code for it.
Yeah,
Could
of
we
course,
do
of
a
course.
different one?
Yeah,
All
because
right,
Havana, I mean, that's
here.
a fucking terrible. Well, not a terrible map for Genji,
Yeah,
but
I
like
just
it has like really long angled sections, which is like the condition for Genji getting on a hit scan is you need to be able to sneak up a side. How you doing that on third point? You know, good luck. Like
yeah, yeah.
first point, long stretch, hard. Third point, same. This is better though.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Happy to talk flashpoint. A little bit more brawly, a little bit like more movement. It's not so much like
Mhm.
fixed positions, more like dancing. They have little polar bear and big polar bear. You need to kill that support.
Yeah, I was a little surprised. This is a GM2 to GM4 lobby, and I didn't think people with weird usernames like this existed up here, but
I mean, look, I think people are more likely to e-date the higher rank they go, to be honest. So, you know, it's entirely possible. But yeah, here, starting out is fine. Walk towards like the center side of the point where you have like good access to everything. You get over to a side lane here. I'd say thus far, really, really all is well in the world. Like there's again, like much like how the last first fight was pretty good, like basic. Here, your basic fight was good too. In terms of like the concepts being applied, you came up mid, you came straight over to here, which is like again good Genji space. You get a little bit of a side angle. Nothing was happening here, nothing was going, so you came over here. You made another side angle off main and you got value from that. So really nice. You dashed on the Mercy when you had an opportunity to kill her. You didn't suicide for it. You still had deflect. Good. Someone got traded on your team, I think. Am I tripping or is that didn't happen?
um,
I don't know how to count.
no, I think
Um
everyone's here.
yeah, I'm
Reforming
wrong.
you.
So here everything's fine. Let's go watch.
A sip for the party.
You can poke way more. I think this is something that is you're not doing it enough on hybrid, and I mean the fact that you're not doing it here as well probably tells me that it's a problem. Like, why would you not try and shoot their spawn in a situation like this? Like maybe you're worried about getting one bot by a bastion bomb across the map or something, but like seriously, like this is just nothing but free ult charge along here. Like they have to
Mhm.
walk along this huge big open stretch. Like there is no reason to not do damage on their walk. Like if you come stand out here, if you come stand over here, you can poke even coming through here to poke. Like there's so many different places that you can go to poke them pre-fight that aren't going to cost you big time. If you want to play down here and poke them on the walk, there's a million places you
Mhm.
can go to do it.
Yeah.
Where you are right now is really fine if you're backing up. It's funny. I posted a video on YouTube like 2 days ago with a Genji, and it's like he was doing this exact same thing. Where he was like standing in this spot, like a GM Genji guy. Where
Really?
yeah, no, like literally, like it's the most recent video posted on my coaching channel. It's a GM Genji coaching. It's on this map, the first fight. Like after they win it, he stands up here. I'm like, dude, like come on, like go do something more.
Oh.
Like you can come down here, you can come over here. Like this is a good central position once the fight has started to kind of break down, you know, like once you've been pushed back a little. But like take a chance early on. Poke, peek, see if you get an opportunity to keep pushing through the flank. Like you have a dive tank this time around, you have Lucio and Moira, like you have people that can fucking go in this comp. So like fish for an opportunity, poke, get some ult charge, see if anything happens. If you get poked, just step back 2 steps, get healed, climb up this wall, climb up here, but don't start here because like all this free damage just going up the piss.
Yeah.
They don't have to do
Well,
anything.
okay, so I've noticed often with my matches, like regardless of if I win or lose them, I just have way lower like damage than anyone else on my team. And when I'm not playing Genji, that's just never a problem. So is this why? Because I'm just like kind of spending most of the time just sitting around doing nothing.
I mean, I could definitely see it. Like the fact that you don't poke, you know, like you know what your good positions are, and you try to get into them in the mid fight, but you're missing this huge component of your basic fight where it's like you're just not dealing damage in all of these early stages. It's the same as what you were doing on Rialto. It's like you could get a really good angle pre-fight when you're pushing on attack to just press left click across the map on people and poke them from the side. But instead you're on card at the shittiest, most far back angle possible. Like you should make the enemy team fight for one block of space and then another block of space and then another block of space, and then finally they get to step up onto the point and take the fight. And if they haven't fought for those previous 3 blocks, then you're doing huge damage to them the whole way through. But here, like they just get to walk out and they haven't taken a lick of damage yet, and that's for sure. Like you are
Right.
you are the culprit, or you are one of the culprits. So yeah, here, like where you wind up backing off to. Again, nothing wrong with the position that you're in, but like you can just start forward and then lean into this lane. The way you're playing this point right now, like you backed up through main, you creep back in through the right, and this is good Genji play. Like really, you understand like how to play the hero on this map. Like you're using the map architecture better here than you were on Rialto. Like you're using that center cover properly. You killed everything. Go to this one next time. This is far away from the.
Oh my
This is
God,
far
I
away from the
forgot.
point. This is far away from the point. This one's way closer. So go to that one. But anyway, like your fight, your play during the fight is good, but your pre-positioning is by far the biggest issue for you. Here,
Okay.
you probably dash point and not give up the cap here. I don't know if you're going to do that. You're not going to do that.
I think the Bastion ult scared me, but yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I guess there is a Bastion ult rolling. So it may be unreasonable, but yeah. If you're gonna live, just make sure that you know you keep living, keep maintaining, and then you can just win on the re. I think you're being a little bit like cowardly in this duel, I suppose, where it's like their queen didn't have a healer for a long while. You need to like try and keep the pressure up as much as you possibly can. Like your team is respawning, so is theirs. You have like a great position where you're behind them and you're not really getting poked. Like you played life and you lived. You just got to like you got to keep dumping damage and like trying to not come back to your team, but keep the pressure up the whole time. Because like people are coming back with ults, you know, like Moira's coming back with a Cole. Your Lucio, I think, is already back. I can't see his fucking wireframe, so I'm not sure. But like you were up here, you had a good angle to like really fuck up the queen. But then you start coming back to here, and then you start jumping back even further. Like you just give up block after block, and you just take some damage. You didn't have a healer. So it's not completely unreasonable, but you know that's the difference between winning and losing those like little butch moments. Is you know making sure that if you know they don't have healers, like you don't have healers, they don't have healers. Like if you just play it really really safe, you're probably not going to win it either. And you got to double.
I feel like I played the next like 30 seconds really badly, and I have no clue what I could have done here. This might have just been like a point loss, but I don't know.
I mean, the fight that they just took forward, like there's nothing you could have done up until this point. Like you came up the right side, which is getting you close to them. They queen ulted. You didn't have the support ult that is required to counter the queen ult. Here, trying to live after the fact, a little tough. You know, it's hard for you to play life from this scene, you know? Like once you committed your dash, maybe you can try and dance through here, but there's no good answers, you know? Like you're in a 3v5. I think you already used your dash. Like if you dash back earlier, if you had a better judgment, that'd be fine. But like honestly, like this fight, there's not a lot to write home about for you because it's like what's to be said? Like they queen ulted,
Yeah,
they had like
yeah.
a really like a game-winning ult state. And you didn't have like the counter, you know, like they have a window bastion, so everyone has to hide. They queen ult along with it. They dumped a bunch of fucking ults, and you just didn't have the most important response to it. Now you can't touch. Here we're fighting. Where's the point?
Oh, it's in front of us.
Like this
It's
one,
not.
yeah?
I thought it was that one too, so I thought we'd go here, but
Oh,
it is
is it?
to the left.
Oh,
It's just not showing up. That's great.
yeah, I love this game. The observer client is every new patch. There's a new bug, you know. Okay, so fine thus far. Like, I think a little bit of cowardice, to be honest, where it's like you get. I mean, maybe it's relevant to the point. Is it? It's okay. No, the point's up on the left. It's fine to dash back. It's really fine to dash back. You just need to get over to the point. I was thinking, yeah. We go back. Point's gonna unlock. Team's gonna cap the point. That's tough. Try and like reconnect with your team at some point in all of this is all. Like, you're a little bit behind your team right from the start, and then you like never come back to where everyone is. Like when you make this call right here, like your whole team's on the point, you try and dash back and you come out here. It's like you dash back onto the point. Same as what you know, what I'm saying to you, like down here, you should have dashed to this mega. Like, it seems like a minor thing, but like the fact that you're out of the fight for like the extra 3 seconds taking this mega.
I probably could have
this
killed
one.
Queen there.
Yeah, I mean, like you would have just gotten back in. It would have been like a 3v2 for a while instead of a 2v2, and you would simply win the game. You know, like having that player advantage, having that higher level of uptime would just make all of the difference. You would just win the game flat out. And then this one here again, it's like your whole team's on point. You're under pressure because you were a little slow. You dash back once into a wall. You fucked up. You need to reconnect with the team. Dashing back and winding up like, you know, to the side, but also behind your team, like you're just isolating yourself further and further. You need to reconnect with the team and then loop back around. But here, like just poor pathing, I suppose. It was the same issue in the mega fight, but here it punishes you more directly. Fuck are we beating, Jimmy? Jesus Christ. Useless. Alright. I just can't help but get upset when I see Lucio's ultimate rank. And in any context ever, I think it's just upsetting ultimate. Here,
I saw your video about the the Ajax epidemic.
Oh yeah, I mean, I gotta thank my editor, dude. That guy comes up with every title, edits all the videos. But yeah, I mean, that was just like that entire playoffs run was just a fucking dumpster fire of people pressing Q. Here, I mean, we got the same old issue that we've seen a million times from you already, right? Like, where the fuck are we right now? Like, they have to walk through here. Like, it feels like there's an opportunity to shoot out guns somewhere along here. Like, even if you don't need ult charge, you should still poke the enemy team on their crosses so that they feel pressure, so that an opportunity to get a kill might present itself. There's no opportunity being created through back here, right? Like, what? I mean, I'm not sure.
Okay.
You might be on your
I think
phone
my
right
computers
now.
are lagging.
Yeah, like I don't know. Maybe you're texting your girlfriend or something right now. But still, like there's a consistent trend here of you like playing too far behind. Bastion uses form. It's cool for you to just chill on that one, go fight the other side. Yeah, this guy swings and you kill. This is all good. And the polar bear duo, they are so non-lethal. It feels like. That's twice you've just gotten on top of that Baptiste's head, and I swear he's had land bend shift and just not used either. Yeah.
But yeah, actually, now that you do mention it, I have kind of just been like sitting around and staring at the floor.
I mean, look at yourself at the starts of fights. Like you're just again, they have to come and touch. If you shoot them forward, they have to use every cooldown in a panic in a desperate attempt to touch point. If you stand on point, they get to use those cooldowns fighting on the point. They don't even have to use a cooldown to touch. Like they should have to use everything in panic to get from here to here. And then they should have to throw their desperate cooldownless bodies onto the point one-on-one, dying to get the touch. But instead, you're just fucking here, like so far away. You don't start poking. Well, you got a bit of damage in on someone that wasn't on the point. That was a nice touch. But yeah, like you can do so much more there. You've still been given a fantastic opportunity though. Like not only do you kill the Tracer, you also fucking like their queen just ulted off screen.
Yeah, I don't know what was up with that.
I ain't complaining. She's trying to touch with it or something, but you know, fuck it. She trusted a Tracer. Alright, now it's cool to like wait for your team, but also like your team obviously has first control of the point here. You should be on the point when the unlock happens. Your team visibly has first control. Your respawns are close. You just fought far as fuck away from the point. When this hits 0.0, you should be on the point. Mission failed, I'm afraid. Because you should just be getting the first cap for free. You got there. So your team should be getting the cap early and fast. Like they shouldn't be able to contest it because of where you spawned. They don't contest it in the end, so there's no consequences to your actions, but just general habit forming stuff. Position's good. If you rip your blade here though, not so good, I'm afraid. Because
Oh,
yeah, I mean, I can see it in your eyes, like you're going for a blade right now. But
mhm,
enemy team drops a window, you're not forced to push through that window. What can they see with this?
not
How
much.
many targets are on the
Yeah,
screen right now for them? You know, like
0.
they actually
Mhm,
can't see anything. Like if you push around corners to try and kill people, like if they have a bad window, you need to be able to recognize whether or not it's good or bad, whether or not you can just stand around and do nothing, collect the victory. So here, like you blade, and you wind up pushing into a place where it's like it can effectively be made a 1v3. Like effectively, you are all alone because of all the cover
mhm.
around here. So we'll see if it works out for you. It might work out for you. It's the polar bear after all. Oh, he did the lamp, but yeah. Worked out okay here. It's just a case of like, did we need to use every ult on our entire team to get these kills? Was the risk necessary? Probably not. You were in a
Right.
position to get absolutely mag dumped by a bastion when you shifted through there. There was like a forming bastion around that corner, I think. So
Mhm,
really like just being able to make that judgment. You know? They use a crap ult, you have to use a whole lot of nothing. You're back on Tracer contest, but like not your job. Like someone else has got that, I promise you. Like they have a soldier and an Ana and a Mercy. So their Mercy is fucking worthless and the Ana soldier both just yearn to be shot by you. Like that's their whole
mhm.
purpose in life. So keep this close corner. Like here is good, here is good. Either of these sides, fantastic. Because you get the ability to shoot the tank on the point from behind and drop on the hit scan if they swing. From their soldier's position right now, he does not have good vision if your team plays properly. You know, like nothing is forcing your Moira to pick the soldier or to pick the Ana. Your Moira can do everything from right here and be completely safe. You know, like there's the center cover of the point. So if you just keep anchoring left, right, really you can do everything from here. If they don't step forward onto the point, they can't do anything. And for as long as they're not stepping forward, little left click action here. Done.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Queen's just dead.
Yeah, she's dead anyway, fortunately. But yeah, again, like no pressure for you to push through the choke. They're the ones that have to touch, not you. So just maintain. Don't have to flank though. Don't have to go deep. You know, like you have the position, you have the point. They have to push into you, not the other way around. Here, you start getting ants in your pants. You start feeling the need to push. But what are you doing here? Maybe this will work out if the downpour hits. Maybe this will work out if this guy doesn't notice you. But you've got the position. Their Mercy's rising on point. Like you can just keep this shit. You know, just keep. They have to push into you basically.
Mhm.
This might work out though. It works out. It's not the end of days. But then it doesn't work out
That's
because you keep
just,
going and you're
yeah.
dead, right? But that's the thing of like recognizing like, do I need to push? Do we need to go over to their side or do they need to come into us? And here they very much need to push into you. And the people that need to do the pushing, it's like it's a soldier and an Ana and a Mercy. It's heroes that fucking suck at pushing through a choke versus a Genji. Like
Mhm.
their tank is dead. They don't have a win condition. You give them a win condition by pushing around the corner. Fortunately, they do not capitalize. You are up 2-1. Is this a win or a loss? Oh, it's a loss.
This is also a loss, yeah.
Sorry, bastard. Alright. Nice opening start. 10 seconds on the clock, so good to just force out wherever they are. Have a little peek. You're not interested in peeking, it's not really your style. Peek somewhere. Get the cap. When we hit 0, you can get the cap real fast. It's 5 on point, so you don't have to do anything anymore. Oh, no, 0 on point. Oh, okay, alright. Happy with that. You stopped to think about it for a second, too.
Yeah, I was a little surprised.
Yeah, okay, like in terms of space for you, like this side's alright, you know? Like you can get a little bit of poke on their walk through here. I think you can come over the wall here and get some engagement stuff. But this point's a bit awkward overall, just because like the wide side
Mhm.
here, where you have like some of the better angles to like close the gap on their hit scan more meaningfully, it's too open. There's not enough cover. So I think this point is like, you know, it's cool to like anchor towards the point side, come over the wall, just do what you're currently doing. You want to work your way forward a little bit. You can use the pillars. You can shoot the queen from the side. You just like what you're doing right here. You're just doing a little too much, you know. Like they have to push around. They have to push around the corner. Just
Mhm.
get cover from their hit scan. Like that's the thing that I think you never do, really. Is like you never seem to think like, their hit scan's here. So I'm gonna stay where the hit scan can't see until the enemy team has to push. Even just standing here, where you've wound up, just a great starter, you know? Like just a great opening
Okay.
position because their hit scan cannot see shit anymore. They can't see you. And if the hit scan walks up to get better vision, I mean, you're like not even needing to dash to get on them anymore. You get nice and close. But here, like, you know, you watch these past couple of seconds, like you come up to try and get closer to them. Their tank is swinging point. You're just out in the open, you know? Like, you're just poke me, you know? Like, that's one shot in territory. It's the same as what you did on secondary alpha attack. Now you've had to use Coalescence. Once Coal is used, you're 5v4, you should fucking step on the gas. You should get into the mix. You should start doing something right away. You're, like, standing here, AFK, like, not walking forward. Like, you have no deflect, but, like, you're calling right now. You're 5v4. Like, go fucking do something. Like, you killed the Tracer. You know you have an advantage. It's criminal for you to just be standing here doing nothing. Like, you can dash while you're calling, you know? Like, if they don't have nade, which they don't, your tank's antied, do something. So here, like, you're taking this way too slow. Like, you're just ignoring the fact that the coal's been used. And now
I definitely could have dashed soldier there.
it's like WinCon disappeared, right? You could have dashed soldier, you could have dashed queen even. You just could have used the cooldown and tried to get something out of that coalescence that came because you mispositioned. Ult exchange is really good though. Like, beat to counter the queen ult this time. Take some cover. You tried to work your way up the right, didn't work, but you know you actually, like, for the remainder of the fight worked out really fine. Like, supports layered their ults well to deal with the situation, but here again, like, the push is on. Where are you? You know, like, Lucio, Moira, has it. They all took the fucking hint, right? Like, they push all the way into their spawn. My guy's got lead in his shoes, you know? Like, you're a fast character. Like, you can keep pushing in these scenes. If everyone's going, you just beat it into the enemy team. You're 5v4, 5v3, step on it. You're dashing back. Like, there's nothing to be contested on the point here. Like, get some goddamn trades. Stop playing for KD. I can see why you get less damage than most people in your ranked games. Like, you're fucking running away from winnable fights.
Oh, and then we lose the fight.
Of course.
Yikes.
Like, I mean, your KD matters if you're a violent feeder and you need to adjust from that. But, like, that's not what you are, you know? Like, you're scared to be the problem, but you're scared to be the problem by having the highest deaths on your team, but instead you're quietly the problem by doing the most nothing. Like, just, you gotta fix that, for sure. Like, that's a problem for you for sure. You need to poke a lot more.
Okay, this was I bladed here, and this was probably like one of the worst blades of my entire career, and I don't know, should I have done something differently here? Do I play with my cast? I don't know. It's just
I think the angle your team is retaking from is really shit. And, like, if you want to blade here, like, I mean, the Anasty's nade, like, there's a chance, right? But, like, the success of your nade is, like, really just contingent on this guy missing his helix and his shot. Because you don't have, like, a support ult to back you up or whatever. You still don't have it, so you can't dash right this second. You start taking any damage, your blade is not happening, right? Like, your hazard's already used wall, your hazard's not going. Like, if you blade right this second, like, it's hard. You're far away.
Yeah.
This angle just sucks though, because it's, like, hard to close the gap early. Wait.
he doesn't die here, unfortunately.
Okay, I mean, now I see why the blade sucks so much more than initially, right? Like, so you can't blade from, like, it's hard to blade a hazard because his block lasts for a million years, but, like, you can't blade with no dash unless you're on top of the people that you're trying to blade, right? Like, you're trying to blade this guy, you're trying to blade this Ana, you're trying to blade this Mercy. If you're not already on them, you can't blade with no dash, because now you're gonna have to dash to get on them, and then
they can get
run
away,
right? So, like, the conditions just aren't being met here for a blade to be good. Like, if you pulled the blade 2 seconds ago when the hazard was 1 HP in your face, maybe you could kill him with the blade, right? But, like, retaking from this angle overall is just hard if your whole team comes here, because you just get boxed in. Like, they get to play far. If Cass is swinging really hard, maybe this works out. But overall, like, it's okay for you to solo come through here sometimes, but it's not great, right? Like, it's actually easier for you to come over through the right, work your way up to this pillar, work your way up to here, and just take one block after another. If you come here, there's no blocks of cover for you to take, right? They play all the way down there, you play here. I don't see a whole lot of cover on the objective for you. Like, the reason that retaking through here is so bad is because there is no cover. Whereas if you do it on this side, there's this block, then this block, then this block, then this block. There's lots of statues for a tank or for a DPS to play off, and that doesn't exist on this left side. So because you came over to the left side, but also because your tank did, is what it is. And then here, because you want to make your blade work, you're just committing suicide, so you're probably gonna die as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just need to think, like, you still could have made that work, but again, it's a faster blade on the tank that's 1 HP, or it's not ripping the blade until you have dash to actually get on the backliners again. Not suggesting that it's going to be a slam dunk blade or anything, but you nearly had Cole as well. Cole blade together, not bad at all. You lose this?
No, we win here. We win.
Oh, God.
But
you told me this game was a loss.
Actually, Oh yeah, no, we lose, My bad.
No way.
I have amnesia.
Oh, God. Oh, you deflected that at least. Okay, I mean, big problem. It's,
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, we've seen it many times before. You need to stop turning around to try and do the job of your backline. Like, your Hazard is forward, you are forward, you and Hazard are a two-man team, you know? Like,
Hmm.
one,
So should I have gone for
two,
like Mercy there?
I think just stay up with this guy, shoot the people that are walking, do what you got to do. Like, play situationally with your Hazard, see what's going on there, but like, just try and hold a little bit more of this forward space. You know, you can be up here, you can poke away, you can take the mini. You just don't completely run away from the forward fight and leave Earl for dead, and not get any damage or anything with the dash. You know, like now Mercy gets the res. Earl has been left for dead up in main, so he's probably like, you know, gonna get shit on somewhere in here. Like, is he about to die? Yeah, he's about to die because like, you know, you went for a forward hit. If you're gonna fight forward, you can literally afford to give up the cap if need be. Like
Okay.
these sorts of scenes, like if it's not 99 to 99, you can give up the cap to win the fight forward, right? So
Hmm.
you fought forward with Earl. Once you start doing that, you're Genji, he's Hazard. Like nobody's teleporting back to the point. Kill everyone that's forward. Keep fighting with him. And let the fucking bums in the backline deal with the solo tracer that had to desperately touch and use all of her blinks to do so. You shouldn't give up your position in main, give up an opportunity to do big damage on the Hazard as he walks and walks and walks, kill the Mercy that's rezzing in your face. Any of these things are options to you, but because you're turning around and trying to deal with what's behind you, you lose all of your opportunity in the front. I feel like this fight is honestly like one of the best encapsulations of all of your problems combined, because it's like
Hmm.
you can poke forward, you can keep fighting forward, you back up, you give up all the space, you're just doing everything that kind of results in you fucking up. Like these are your core issues that really are played here, where you're just way too happy to turn around and get back into the back line. And now, and it's 97%, the whole team's respawning, just don't die, just get out.
Next flashpoint.
And now we're up. Make it to the point, wrap around to the side a little bit, close the gap. Very good. You hear how's it going right. You want to go left, that's all good. How's really poetry. 5v1v push on a Hazard. Oh mate. Where you're pushing here is fine. Like actually like dashing over to here to the side. Nice, we got ourselves a side angle, happy with that. Just don't die, get the cap. Try this side's probably best for you as well, just because you have a high ground that you can wrap through. Like you can control here a little bit. You can use the top, use a mini. But whatever side this soldier goes to, it's okay to, depending on, lean to the side that the soldier's pushing and like try to block him. Or if this guy's just being an absolute fucking moron and going 1v5 over and over again, this is, you know,
Yeah.
because it's like he's not a Doomfist. He's not one of these things that can just get away like instantly. Like if it's just a solo tracer, right? Like the tracer gets away. If it's a Doomfist, you chase him, you don't get the kill because they just punch away and shift off into the skybox or whatever. But like a Hazard doing this, I mean, like he ain't getting away with this. So it's cool to peel on that. I do a couple of pulse bombs that ain't stuck to you today. You got bad fucking luck with that.
Yeah, or it stuck to where it has, and I just blew up from that.
Yeah, I don't know. These things can happen, but yeah, I think in terms of like your approach to the start of that fight, not the worst. Maybe there's a case again for like letting other people deal with the Haz and you trying to like block the Genji. Block the soldier side a little bit more. Here, like on the retake, just try and work up through one of the sides. Like here, whole team's going main. See if you can't like push up on the right a little bit, get an angle through that, just so that you're not coming from the same side as your Hazard. Right now, like this right lane, you probably could have pushed up through here. You know, get a little bit of healing, get a Lucio to push with you. Like if you're talking in comms, like Lucio Genji, it's a powerful group to push together. We haven't really talked about how you can play with your teammates much at all throughout this whole session, but like right here, this is Lucio Genji's fucking pound town. You know, like you two just come up right. You get to take top together. You get to push this soldier out. You get to push this tracer out. And then suddenly you have a pinch with your Hazard. Your Hazard tries to hit it from main. You hit it from the side. Like you have perfect angles. You box the hit scan out of the fight. If the hit scan tries to stay, Lucio and Genji together will 100% win the 1v1 on him or win the 2v1. So like this is where you can't be coming main, because if you come from main, they just get to play far and like beam you across map, and their tracer gets to flank for free. But if you pick a side, this side being better because of this high ground existing, as opposed to on the left where there is no good high ground for you. If you come over to the right, you take it with your Lucio, you're going to have a good time. Instead, you're peeling behind for a tracer, soldier's free. Soldier's the man you
Right,
can test
yeah.
effectively. You're coming up through main. I mean, I don't know. You just if you win it, it's not because you got a good position on somebody that you can kill. You know, like you make a 5v4. As well. Like you make a 5v4, you start rushing. Like no need to do that. You know, you've killed their tank. After you've killed their tank, just make sure that they can't push onto you. Who's the bigger threat? The Ana that's really far away or the soldier that's 3 centimeters away on the right? Make sure that you're blocking the
Right.
person that's going to get the trades. He's going to get a trade. Ana's really far away. Don't fucking all in on her. Try and, again, do your job, you know? Like Genji, hit scan, match in heaven. Not a great hit scan player, but for you, I'd be smiling. Fucking hell, dude. Even that one, like...
I know. I was
accident
scared.
fucking player, dude. Like, you took damage. So, like, now you're up. Your hazard's forward. You have a Lucio to heal you. Get the fuck off the point. Do something. Your team is fighting. You must fight too. Like you can't stop spectating. That one. I mean, you deflected it, but like you're on top of the hazard. Like you don't have to use deflect for that. You can just save. But here, like. Again, it's a classic issue for you. Like you just spectated so much of the fight there. Like opportunities to get further kills, get more trades have gone up the pisser, and now like everyone's in main. Like you need to wrap around a side. You need to not be on top of your tank constantly unless you're pushing onto the backline together from 2 different angles. Here, perfect opportunity for you to wrap around the side, get an angle up above these backliners. You know, you sneak over here, you're up top, you're shooting people on the top of the head, you're making the supports hide and not heal their front line. You're making everyone peel back and you're hard to contest. But instead, you're back of main, you're pushing through main, which is, you know, from Soldier's perspective, God, how hard is it to play fucking Kovacs on a Genji working with your main? Like, I don't even need to watch the remainder of this VOD from your perspective to know. But, like, you know, you're just up in main. And it's easy for the Soldier. Here, serendipitously, you've wound up face-to-face with him on the side because you were trying to run away from something in main. And now, whoever wins this duel, I mean, it's anyone's bet, but, you know, you're still not out of this duel half HP with no deflect or dash.
Oh,
like,
this is
these things can happen. These things can happen. But you see, if you didn't have half of your HP and no deflect and no dash, and you had more of a mind of trying to close the gap on the Soldier earlier rather than walk main where the Soldier can see you and shoot you in the face, you would win that duel 10 times out, or 9 times out of 10. Now the flip goes through. A second blade has been deleted, and it might just not be happening at this point.
yeah, it's just GG after.
We have lost the polar bears now. Earl had that dog. You were good for that. Those polar bears have got to go. Jesus. Big polar bears.
This is the second time I've queued up against them, and they've beat me twice.
And they're bagging all over you too. It's a fucking tragedy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think your issues are pretty clear cut, to be honest. Like you've got a lot of like the mechanics on Genji. Like you hit heaps of the shots when you're taking the duels and whatnot. But what you need to improve upon is it's 100% about like understanding more of your side angles, understanding more of your power positions, and then the job that comes with it too. You know, like you need to find the Hanzos, the Sojins, the soldiers, the hit scans, the fat fucking long-range DPS, the main DPS heroes that you match up well against, and you need to cut their angles so they can't see you until you're already on top of them. And once you're on top of them, the duel is favorable. Not to say that you should go 1v5 into their backline, you know? Play off to the side so they can't shoot you and shoot their tank in the back. Then, once that hit scan has to walk up because you're shooting their tank in the back, that's when you can fight the hit scan. That's when you can change your target. And the other probably biggest thing, I'll go with 2 more big things. So we'll go, you know, less important, blade related stuff. Like you need to see the conditions for your blade before you rip it. You need good vision of the enemy team. You need to see the shift key that you're trying to counter out. You know, you need to see the Brig Bash. You need to see where the Ana or the Cass is. You need to see the Moira shift before you're ripping the blade. Because right now you're just ripping it because of a state of health or a state of, you know, seeing someone move, but it's not the person that you're blading. If you see their tank go, it's not time for you to blade unless you can see the Cass, you can see the Ana, unless you actually have vision of the enemy team. And then, most important of all, and perhaps the easiest thing for you to fix, fucking shoot them between the fights. Stop starting at the furthest back position, because in mid-fights, you wind up in the right spot. Start there. Start forward and make them fight for the side. 1 block, 1 block, 1 block, 1 block. Again and again, make them fight for the space, do damage all the way through, get a little bit of pocket from one of the supports while you're doing that. if you're standing here poking their walk from spawn down here, there's no reason that you can't have evil Jimmy the Lucio standing on top of you, giving you not only some more damage from his little Cheerios that get shot out of his Lucio gun, but also some
Uh-huh.
heal aura that keeps you in a position to keep poking that side for longer. And those are probably the core issues for you, to be honest. And we didn't even need to talk
Okay.
about Reaper or Soldier.